It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
A give left side to Brown. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. New set of downs for him from the 46. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. By Kyler Gordon. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Here's 2nd and 5. This is reeled in by Reed. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. To the air with Love. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone.
19 Lions.
Working inside the red zone. Into a crowd and, intercepted! And the Panthers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
A tight end in motion now. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That's a you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Brooks. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Third down run with Brooks. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They've got first down from the 31. Play action now. Young. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Able to get it to Moore. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Young working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They motion a receiver left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
From the 46. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. DJ Moore, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Warrior 70. Huh.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Dive in and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. And it'll be first down, Packers.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Set up. Go.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun now for Love. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Dragon 60. Tag. Tight. 19 tight. Take go.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up for the 20 after the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Shotgun snap now to Young. Throwing the out route complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Out of the gun, Young. His pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
3rd and long, Young. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. They go to punt on 4th down, and out heads Tommy Townsend. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Go!
Love now to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And now it's 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
18, Pioneer. Ready. Check smash. Ready.
From the pistol, here's Love. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it deep downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 70 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now.
Here we go.
Man in motion here.
Take go.
They'll run again with Brown. Gets to space right side. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
First down from the red zone. He's on the move. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Jordan Love, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Calvin Austin on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Young. Searches from the pocket. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
On 3rd down, it's Young. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. Connects on the crosser. until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready? Let go! Buffalo 18! Ready? 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Go!
Love out of the shotgun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know by now, Kate, what I call that? That's that car wash ball. Just come to life. That's when you throw that ball right through that car wash and you throw it with such velo, it doesn't get wet. And to do it with that kind of accuracy down the field, this dude's elite.
That one's complete, right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Let go!
Handoff headed left to Brown. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Love from the gun. Has it down close. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go!
Brooks on the counter. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 32. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Packers into a nickel defense, 3rd down. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. On the give, it's Brooks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 44 here on second down. Gets himself free. What a hit, and the ball's loose. Packers pick it up. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Love now. Ooh, incomplete there on 2nd down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trevin Wallace has it. And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Defense shows blitz. Young. He puts some juice on. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. They're going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? He baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here he is on 3rd and long. This one's caught. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Brown will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Packers parlay the interception into points. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Young on the play action. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Packers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go!
A run with Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Mustang 19. 19 Lion.
Throwing his love on third. Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. 3/4 in the books from this one. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
On the jump.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Here we go. Check, 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 check. And up.
They'll try it right with Brown. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Set. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. They did it! He made the interception! That is Kyler Gordon. And the Panthers have some new life in the 4th.
They'll take over first and 10.
There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there.
They did it right back. That's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Set.
Brown. Oh, no, the ball is loose. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot at it.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity. And thankfully, they saved the day by at least jumping on the ball.
Now.
Brown on the carry. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Let's go. Hey, smash.
They've got a man in motion.
Go.
3rd and long for him here. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now shotgun handoff to Brooks. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw it. Taken in by Likely. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 38 out of the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They kick the running back in motion. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Escapes the pocket. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Panthers down by 7. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Play action now, Young. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it up. And the Packers make the play that should win them this game.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now it's Brown. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Brown again. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's complete to Musgrave. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Let's go now.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Check, check.
So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss.